I've done the solving words for them. They didn't have to worry about taking the words apart. That's why it's important for you to choose a higher level book to expose your children to that vocabulary. But not to, you want to make sure it's appropriate, of course. But then think about the strategic actions as you're planning your questions. You know, you have your, like I said, summarizing, predicting, connecting, making connections, synthesizing, inferring, analyzing, and critiquing. So be thinking, you just don't want to ask surface level questions. And like I said, I've already sat down, I planned which questions I was probably going to have them respond on a digital platform. And remember, they can converse with each other if you wanted to share read aloud with other teachers, and y'all can have, and I'll push this out through Google Classroom, but the digital platforms I'm talking about, whether it's a Google Slideshow in my Google Classroom, Edpuzzle in my Google Classroom, or Flipgrid in my Google Classroom. I'll push it out that way to make it more interactive so they can converse, whether my students are face-to-face or they're online. So the questions that I'm gonna type in my digital platform is, does something in this book remind you of something in your life? How does that help you understand the character or their action, George's character? What is something you could have done, or this is what I said, think of a time where you had a really bad day. What is something you could have done differently to make it better? And then my last question, it was going to be, why do you think Mr. John Gordon wrote this book? Why do you think? So author's purpose. So I tried to not just use, surface level within the text, but they really make them think, open-ended type questions so they can respond to each other with these types of questions. So now I've got this embedded into the digital platform. So that's all for now.